From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Okay, 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now McNair off the play fake. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Lions are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Here's a 2nd and 7. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for Detroit. 44 yards. They'll run with Sanders. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. It's a quarterback sneak. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great play there. Scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Lions go up by 2 touchdowns.
And the sneak works on 2nd and goal. They didn't wait until it was 4th down to try and get him across.
No, and I think if you're the QB, you like these plays, don't you? I mean, you want to hand it off sometimes, but also prove that you can get it in there as well.
Yeah, it makes you really part of the gang, doesn't it? It makes you part of the crew, and it really bonds you with those big offensive linemen because then you get to celebrate with the big fellas.
Folk out there now to kick this one off. Fields this way up at the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Panther 60, Panther 60.
Now McNair. Right side, that's complete to Gronkowski. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Steve McNair, 54 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to within a score. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What, 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
2nd and 6. Looking deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
He's going to try and go deep again. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And this is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll go with a keeper. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. On for the extra point is Folk. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
On first down, it's McNair. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Randy Moss, 34 yards. And the Cowboys have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 29 yards, first down. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels, got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy, and what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And he's got some space here. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts, because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. McNair. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Here's McNair. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Lions are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the 3rd quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the 3rd quarter.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And 26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive. and they're off to a fast start here.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. 67 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. On 1st down, going back to Patterson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cordero Patterson from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from drawing level.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. After that last touchdown we just saw, Charles, we got ourselves a brand new ball game, all tied here in the 3rd as they have their first possession of this 2nd half.
And Brandon, this drive is all about one word to me, and that's the word answer, because they're trying to answer the momentum the other offense picked up in tying the game, because not only if they score and they feel better about themselves, they'll retake the lead and maybe set the tone for the rest of the half, keeping them in the driver's seat.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Dallas, Texas is the spot. 3rd quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap and then the give to Sanders. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's going to leave them with just 1 timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. Another run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped up quickly here at the 38. They'll set up to throw. Going for the deep ball. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Caleb Farley. And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Quite a decision there on 4th down. They didn't just want the first. They wanted 6 points. And following the interception, they're going to come away with neither.
And that's too bad, partner, because they really went for it on that one, right? Because I think in their mind, sometimes the illogical play is a logical play. But in this case, they were wrong.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Patterson running between the tackles. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Give all that credit defensively to Khalil Mack. A great stop in the backfield. So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Play action. It's McNair. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, We saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
He'll look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. He'll look to throw. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Long developing route there on the post corner, but it was worth the wait.
It certainly was. I love the way you described it because you do have to sell the post. Usually a couple of steps towards the middle of the field in order to get the defender to turn his hips, and then he breaks off towards the corner, and off he goes. Well executed.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 99 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line.
60 Ready.
To throw on 2nd down, Steve McNair. Looking in zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just one target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. Touchdown, Cowboys! Rob Gronkowski from 10 yards out. And the Cowboys have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run here with Sanders. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man, complete. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
On a huge mistake late, it's intercepted. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Cowboys have just about sewn up this football game. So good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well, cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
Come on, come on.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Straight ahead, Patterson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. To throw, McNair. He's going to wind up and air it out. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.